Come on, let's go. Mid and stroke, mid and stroke, mid and stock. Is it stock? I'm not even saying it right. I don't care. Get that stroke yourself, buddy. GG, GG, GG. You can't stop the clones. The clones never stop. They just keep on coming. More spooters. Lots of spadooters today, but they're not playing Darius, so maybe they're playing a different version, a different list that I'm used to. I feel like my face is so bright today, but that's probably because I'm just like the whitest person in the goddamn world. I like having this for draw. I actually don't think we have anything that's really good with right now, but they're playing spooters, so this will let us get through fearsome with some of our things. My God, we should have got rid of this. What was I thinking? I was thinking it was my card draw. Oh, but okay, this is okay. This could block spooters. It could block that spooter particularly well. Obviously, it has fearsome, so we have to play it, and we're gonna blah 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 blah. But I wish this could deal damage to an enemy for no effect. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. Make us feel it.
Look ahead, not behind.
Pass. We do have 4. We could play this and a Brothers Bond this turn, which are both good. We'll play the one we just picked up to make them think that we just got it.
The ocean calls.
I will attack. With elusive. I will. Boop it. 7 damage. 2 more spiders. That's pretty bad for us. Yeah, I don't think we can handle spiders, honestly. I think spiders is way too aggressive for us. It's mostly fearsome. Like, if I could get Boom Crew Rookie and start blocking this stuff, it's like a totally different thing. But Boom Crew Rookie can't do it. Highly questionable, if you ask me, but... How badly do I want to draw 1 card right now? This also can block, though, so we'll draw 1 card instead of playing our other 2 things. Okay, I mean, that's good. Be better with elusive for 1 turn. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? They've got full spiders. That means they can't play anything right now. If we only attack with elusive. This card's not good right now, unfortunately. Okay, we'll play good blockers.
I got ways to find me mushroom.
I really should have played probably this and this instead. Nah, this is a parable blocker, but we're not attacking. They can't play any cards right now. Besides, they can play spells, but they got a full board, so I'm not super scared. I will obviously block here, block here. Taking 4 damage is not that bad. Oh, okay, we can play this into Henchman Thug. So we have a decent play.
So long, City of Progress.
Okay, that's pretty good for us. With the Wraith. I should have played Boom Crew over this. No, I guess this can kill the Wraith. And that's not like bad. No! With unit with 3 or less power. Well. There we go. Didn't you know that that has 4 power? Why would you target that? It has 4 power. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll have 7 next turn. That is enough for a henchman and a transfusion. Although if they... Yeah. We are going to attack all out. Because we definitely want our henchmen to attack last. We're going to play this. Hopefully they can't interfere with it. We'll see. Dude, Rummage is so fucking good right now. With these stupid mushroom clouds. I mean, that's the reason we run this and Rummage. Is because every now and then you get 2 cards. And Rummage is just pretty good overall. So we want you to attack first.
You are mine.
we would like then you to attack,
show you
you to
how it's
attack,
done.
you to attack, you to attack, you to attack.
Lots of things to smash.
Because we want his clone to definitely be made. He's at -3 right now. They are at 6. That card's so good. It's absolutely bonkers. We hit okay, this happens. I might as well... They're gonna draw 2. Do I want to get in for another 2 damage? I don't think so. I think I'd rather rummage. I think this is better used defensively right now. Because all their stuff dies anyway. And Boom Crew lives. They only have elusive until the end of round. Worth noting. We could rummage, but rummage is burst. We just don't need to do it right now.
The people are my strength.
Still. That's a strong turn. If he has 2 more of these in his hand and he plays them both next turn, we're absolutely in trouble.
If I fall, so be it.
They're attacking right out, huh? Okay. Cool. We could save it already, but let's just see what we draw. It'll deal 1 damage. No, it gives it +2/+2, right? With 3 or less power. 3 or less, okay. Well,
That's always been there.
Did my father send you?
Boss says I gotta break you.
I will allow it. Damn. Does that bring me up to 1? That brings me up to 1.
No.
Okay. I am at 1. This might have been better to play.
The world awaits. Forward.
Okay.
To victory.
Oh! We didn't waste that transfusion to get the extra 2 damage in, and because the overwhelm mechanic, we gotta stay alive at 1 HP. Let's go! Karma. Hios! Ayos. I like Brothers Bond. It's just so good with Boom Crew Rookie. I used to say that so much. I just say Boom Crew Rookie all the fucking time. They're playing Shadow Isle, so this card's pretty much shit. Unfortunately. We will still play it first, I suppose. I guess we'll just play this first. Because this could block more stuff. Alright, now we can actually keep it alive with transfusion as well.
Secure the kill. The dark
Go.
Show them the might of not.
You're mine,
Attack!
master.
Cool. Not gonna lie, this is working out. This is going well. The little engine is kept alive. We have a way to protect it.
The order rewards its faithful.
I will absolutely just play Well, we have 2, 4, 6. We can actually play all 3 of our 2 mana cards.
So long, City of Progress. Night falls.
I will boink it. This card's good, but it is low tempo. It's a value card. You know, a 3 mana 2/2 with elusive is not really, it's not necessarily understated, I guess, but I mean, it is. I think we have to play this because we have everything set up to make it really good right now. And if they use 7 mana to kill this, they're not really doing much with their turn.
I knew, and now I am.
I will. Okay, and this is obviously what we want to do, and then this is obviously what we want to do. We don't need to give this elusive, honestly. We're totally fine without that. This is just, so far this has been brutal. Drain 3 from a unit? I will absolutely. I mean, that's why we did this, right? They did drain it. Doink it. No HP. Got another 7/2 out of it. Is Ruination coming up? Even if Ruination does come up, Darius is going to be fantastic at closing out this game. We are not playing him this turn. We'll play it if they have 0 mana. Oh, he has no Ruination. He only got 6 mana. This might just be an early surrender. Pass.
I will play my part.
Skip block. Pass.
Remember why we fight. You're mine. The ocean calls.
Okay. I would like to play Darius, but doesn't seem to be a point. I don't know what they have currently. They have 10. They could do 2 of the card that deals 1 damage to everything. Do they have both of those? Both Withering Whales? It's unfortunate because we have no way to increase our attack or our defense. Damn, double Withering Whale. Not double Withering Whale. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, let's do this. That's lethal. They had exact mana for double Withering Whale. I probably should have played around that, but it's rare that you play around 2 of the same card. We got him. Oh, exact lethal. Let's go. All right, that worked out. Good game. Let's get it started. Ha. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. How is this? What's this fucking advertisement? Get this shit out of here. I don't want an advertisement in my deck tracker. I'll just turn it off. I think we keep one of these because it's a build around card, but I don't think we and the overlay's not even up. What's going on? I've had so many issues with this overlay. I really just don't like it. I mean, I guess I don't have an issue with it necessarily. Here, let me see if I could pull up Overwolf. Do you work? Overlay settings? I'm looking. Enable overlay, control tab. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's not be rude to our opponent. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Blink. Blink. All right. Boom Crew rookie all day, every day.
I can do this.
Boom Crew rookie with elusive. Okay. Your opponent has not played any cards yet. That is correct. Draw probability. That's interesting. So if we have 3 of a card and we currently have 0 of it in the so if there's 3 of a card in the deck, like 3 of these, we have an 8.8% chance to draw it.
Don't mind me.
Go for their face. This does cover up my Poro, but we're not playing a Poro deck, so we feel good. We're okay with it. Take up. If you guys don't like the overlay here, let me know. I can move it around a little bit. And I can move this down a little bit as well, right? So when I click off, it disappears. Okay, I understand. Alt tabbing is why I was having issues with it. That's fine. And they did dedicate 2 cards to... Yeah, I destroyed 2 of their cards and did 2 damage to their Nexus, so I think it's pretty good.
Pledge yourself to the shadows.
Well, I guess we do this first, don't we? Do they have any spell mana? This actually is important. I do have to move that. They have 1, but I don't know what they could do for 1. Like, I have decent card knowledge, but not perfect card knowledge for sure. I'm trying to get this to stop clicking on stuff. Click over here. We're going to 4 mana next turn. I think we just give, maybe we just give this elusive. No, it's too fragile. We can give it elusive with this. So they're probably gonna remove this. What are they playing? Jinx Zed. So it's usually not discard unless they're playing. So it's probably more Zed focused than Jinx focused because Jinx is usually you're gonna have Draven because Draven works really good with Jinx. So if we play this, we get to play this and make it elusive next turn, but that's not necessarily that good. +2/+2 this round. I would like to save the mana for our henchmen. Well, I mean, this thing lives, so let's just deal 5, right? Surprised they didn't make the 5/2. Would have been able to kill that. I mean, maybe they have a maybe they're gonna do something else. Who knows? Yeah. Making this elusive is actually pretty sweet if we did that, because this is elusive and this, so it's like getting 2 for, you know, twice the value, but it's still a 1/3, and I'm a little nervous because we want this guy to work for sure. Do it to it. You know what? We'll keep it alive.
No.
It's probably a better target to keep alive. Maybe not, though. I don't know. I just like doing things in response to my opponent doing things, right? Like, whether or not it's good. It's a little bright. I'm sorry about that. Ooh, this does double damage to the Nexus. But this is how we win the game. Most of the time.
Nothing a good kicking can't fix.
Courage masks the heart from
All right.
fear.
We're not gonna block with this because it's our win condition, and if they have a Mystic Shot, we're in trouble. But I'd gladly block the 3/5. This is I was gonna attack with this anyway. So, oh, it cannot block. You're absolutely correct. Why won't it tell me what my thing is at? I guess we're taking a 5, 10. It'll bring us down to exactly 10. We'll force him to have a Mystic Shot.
Minstoke says hello.
Can you still rise?
They need to have exactly Mystic Shot one of these 2 cards, right? I mean, they could have Get Excited, I suppose. This hurts, though. I think we just go for it. It's not good, but I think we just go for it.
You're mine.
Ooh, baby. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right. All right. Yeah, this is just another good threat to have. Double damage to Nexus is pretty dope. Let's go. Come on. Midden Stroke. Popping off. 1 HP. Oh, that's a good draw. Okay. Okay. Don't worry. We got it. I'll even play another Midden Stroke, man.
Something need breaking.
Can't even attack with that. I mean, you can. It's a mistake, though.
You met my hammer.
Let's do this.
I mean, this means because I don't mind this trade. Because otherwise it's going to chump block us next turn anyway. We'll save it. Come on, let's go. Mid and stroke, mid and stroke, mid and stock. Is it stock? I'm not even saying it right. I don't care. Get that stroke yourself, buddy. I probably shouldn't have put that in the video. I'm winning this game. I'm not taking it out. Come on, what do you got? What do you got? Oh, that's good. I'll admit, it's good. Okay. Come on, mid and stock. Is it what is it? Mid and stoke. I'm saying stroke. I guess that is a little sexual, isn't it? I don't know what they have that deals exactly 1 point of damage to 2. Oh, static. They have exactly probably that card, right? Deal 1 damage to 2 things.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
No reason to play that. Let's just see what they do, all right? We could always keep it as a... Oh my god! This card is sick!
I've brought my books. Hope that's all right.
Absolutely, this card is sick.
Let's test my theory.
Let's go. What do you got? What do you even have? Mid and stoke. All right, it better be a good card. It can be, but for your sake, I hope it's real good. GG, GG, GG. You can't stop the clones. The clones never stop. They just keep on coming. Let's go. All right, so today's deck is actually one of the more fun ones I've played, in my opinion. It's kind of dumb, but originally I started much more memey, and then I moved into more real. And so now it's just a much more real deck overall. But so the core of this deck is really this card right here, Middenstoke Henchman, a 5-mana 5/3, so its stats are terrible. The 3 health is very brutal against a lot of matchups with Get Excited. Even like they have a 1/1 and then they'll have like Mystic Shot. 3 health is not a lot. Summon it on a Nexus Strike. Summon an exact copy of me. That includes all keywords, all stats. If he's damaged, it'll be a damaged one. So this is the cornerstone of the deck. The main idea of what we're doing is playing Middenstoke Henchman, and then we're playing 3 copies of Sumpworks. Why can't I say Sumpworks? My tongue is tied today. Map grants an ally elusive 2-mana burst spell. So we want to resolve this, and we want to give it elusive so they can't block it, or very few decks can block it. And then you boom boom hit its nexus. You get a second one. The next turn you boom boom. So you're creating more blockers, more attackers. They all keep elusive and they don't lose it. And it's just it's a win condition and a 5-drop, which is really good. Outside of that, what we're doing. So I wanted to do that, and because they're both in the same region. Both those cards, I wasn't sure what I wanted the region to, what I wanted to combine it with the region. I tried Shadow Isles for just like control stuff, just so I can make it to the late game. I tried Freljord for the same reason. I ended up settling on Noxus mostly because I wanted to add more cards that were really good if you added elusive, or just and a slightly more aggressive hit side to the deck anyway, so you could sneak in for more damage. That way you don't need to hit him with the 5/3, then hit him with 2 5/3s, then hit him with all 4 5/3s. It's just get them low enough where if you get the 5/3 in, you get 2 of them, then you can manage to get in for the damage. Sometimes just having the elusive that's that strong is good enough. But we wanted to add decks that were just good with elusive. So what did we add? Started from the top. Well, let's just go through the cards really quick. Elixir of Wrath, +3/+0 this round. It's good. The main reason this card is relevant at all is not for the 3 damage. It is typically, because I would honestly prefer +1/+1, I think, over this most of the time. But this +3/+0 does allow your Boom Crew rookies, your 1/3s, these weak things, it allows them all to block Fearsome, which is really, really important in some matchups. Now, it is a 1-of. It probably could be bumped up, but it is a relatively weak card, and it is almost only good when you use it to block Fearsome. And sometimes you can get in for +3 damage, but at that point, you're mostly playing Brothers Bond, which is 2, and you grant 2 allies permanent +2/+0. So this is usually a much better card, but early on at burst speed, sometimes this is just useful. And it sometimes does get you the damage you need. Rummage, we don't need to explain it. It's really good. It lets you dig through the deck because this is essentially, this deck is really built around the ability to give your creatures elusive. We just really need to be able to dig. We're not running 3 of it, running 2 of it. I think 2 is fine. There's a lot of times where you have multiple cards in your hand you don't want to get rid of, and it's kind of weird and awkward, but it pairs particularly well with Chump Wump, which we are running because Chump Wump is just a good blocker. Every now and then, if you get the 10 Mushroom Clouds, you know, he gets 2 cards that give you 5 each. You just throw them in there, you'll get an extra 1 or 2 points of damage. Can make the difference. Usually it's a 4 mana 4/4, which is a good blocker, and makes Rummage really good. Outside of that, the cards are usually dead in your hand. This is probably a flexible slot, but I do like the package of this and Rummage. Boom Crew Rookie, you've heard it once, you've heard it 1,000 times. One of the better cards. Its only weakness is that it can't block Fearsome. Outside of that, it just does so good against everything else. It gets in damage to the Nexus, which we want. It keeps us alive, is what we want. It's really good to give Elusive. It's really good to give Brothers Bond to increase its attack. So this card just fits into our deck and does everything we want it to do, plus some. Intrepid Mariner? I haven't even read the name of this card. 2 mana 1/3, give my supported ally Elusive this round. Not a particularly strong card. However, this is an additional Elusive generator. It does let us get things in for Elusive. Sometimes it's really good with, I mean, it's good with a lot of our cards because Elusive is powerful. And when we're attacking, sometimes it'll give us this 2 mana 5/1. If we don't have the ability to give it quick attack, giving it Elusive can be really good as well to sneak in for damage. If you have both options, give it quick attack or Elusive. Sometimes you want to get damage, sometimes you want to kill a minion. So it's just pretty good with this. And giving Elusive is obviously a build is really, we'll get to the other cards, but a lot of our cards are good with Elusive. Obviously, because that's the build around. And even though this card's understated, it's 1 HP less than Boom Crew Rookie and doesn't deal damage to their Nexus. It kind of does deal damage to their Nexus though. So it is, I think it's a card that's better than it looks. Legion Drummer, give a supported ally quick attack. It's good for when you want to attack in with your Medden stocks. And is that what it's called? Medden stock? Midden stock. Because they're less likely to block it, or if they do block it, it doesn't lose health. Obviously, this card is just good. 2 mana 3/2. It's got good stats, and the ability to give things quick attack is really powerful, especially to very specifically this card, a 2 mana 5/1. If you're not playing against Shadow Isles, and you're not, you know, if they use a Get Excited on that, using Get Excited to get rid of your 2-drop, they're spending 3 mana and discarding the card. That's fair. If they're using Black Spear and they're using 2 mana and they had to lose one of their creatures, which usually they want to, but you know, they still have to lose a creature to get rid of your 2-drop, that's fine. So it's really only Vile Feast or Withering Wail that really punish this card, and they're both in Shadow Isle. So that this card is much worse in that matchup most of the time because it just gives your opponent a 1/1. But in every other matchup, this thing, the Challenger on a 5/1, it lets you take out Zeds on attack, lets you take out all the champions, so many of them, and combined with Legion Drummer, you just, it's kind of like an Ash and Frostfang combo. You just have 2 cards that are removal, you know, on a stick. Mystic Shot, just general early game control. Sometimes they'll just be things that are slightly out of range. They'll have things that are elusive that we don't have that many baseline elusive stuff. We grant things elusive, so this will help us get rid of that. Helps us get rid of fearsome things. You know, makes their, if they block, they keep something at 1 HP. This can clean it up. Transfusion, this card is mostly, well, it's good. It is +2/+2 until end of round. This is good with a lot of the cards in our deck, and that's why we run every card in our deck, essentially. But basically, the +2/+2 is enough just to keep your things alive so that you can give them elusive and then attack with them. Or, you know, if they're like, kill something that has 3 or less power, this could push it above. You know, freeze something that has this much. I guess freeze is all burst. It's not good against that, but, you know, it makes the trades better. Just combat magic is good in this game. Transfusion is no exception to that. The +2 HP is pretty big. Otherwise, it's just a bad Brothers Bond. It would be a really bad Brothers Bond. But the 2 HP is relevant. And you don't have that many options in this color combination. We're running one of this card. Shiraza, 4 mana 3/3, deal double damage to the Nexus. This with Brothers Bond and the ability to give it elusive in general, it just feels like a one of pie in the sky, you know, let's dream kind of card. So I like it. It never actually really did much for me, but if you're in a situation where you didn't draw your main win condition, this is like a backup win condition. Because it could sometimes just do 10 damage to the Nexus Like if you play this on 4 and then on turn 5, you could pretty easy. It's only costs 4 mana to give it elusive and to give it +2/+0. So, and then if you have a transfusion, you know, obviously. So it just works with every card that's already in our deck. So I just like it as having an alternate way to win the game sometimes. But it's the 3 HP again. Everything in our deck has like 3 HP, it feels like, including this. This card is just a 4 mana 4/3. Create this card up here. It's Allegiance. Dude, I can't talk today. I swear to God. If the top card of your deck is a Piltover card, it'll create a 0 mana cost version of that card, which is good. You could see here we're actually playing 2119, so it's about, on average, I guess, going to be a 50% chance of whether or not you actually get this effect to go off. But, so I mean, that sounds bad, right? Because the 4 mana 4/3 is not that great. But it does go off 50% of the time, and that card is so necessary for our deck to win that I do think it is good. Now, this is one of the weaker cards in the deck. A few of the cards up here in the later stages, I think we probably could find we probably could just add things that are slightly more synergistic with the transfusion or some of this other stuff. But I've liked it in the slot. It hasn't been particularly good, but I still have I still think it could be I still think it's good. It earns its slot. I don't think it's the first thing I would cut. Trifarian Assessor. This is good because Midden Stroke is 5, right? We're playing 3 of the this thing, it has 5. We're playing 3 of the Bloodletter's Bond, and this has 3. So we have a lot of ways to get up strong enough to have this draw us lots of cards. So this card is just a 4 mana 4/3 draw cards. You see we have a lot of turns on 4. And they're kind of all over the place. We actually have no 3 drops. That'd probably be what I would adjust. I'd probably take out and get in some more powerful 3 drops here. Sorry, I don't need to edit the deck right here on the fly, but yeah, I'll have to think about it. Battering Ram, this card's definitely flexible. I just put Battering Ram in here because I fucking love Battering Ram. Now, it doesn't do a whole lot in the matchups where you really want to go Midden stocked on 5 into winning the game with Midden stock. But again, it's kind of in the same spot as the other the Blade card, except this is an alternate win condition. It's obviously really good with elusive. It's really good with first strike, which we have in our deck. It's a fantastic blocker. And if you get to attack with it once, like you play it and then attack, it's already strong enough to defend against Fearsome. Like you could say it's weak against Vengeance, but you know what individual card is not, you know, unit is not weak against Vengeance, right? So this card is just really powerful, really good. I don't think this is, it's a finisher, right? This is kind of like a third copy of Darius, I suppose. It's not as good as Darius, but it is, if you don't think you're going to win in one turn, it's going to take you 2 attacks to win. This card is really, really good. And because it just helps keep you alive much better. It's much harder for them to remove this. They were running 2 Darius because, let's be honest, this card just, sometimes it just comes down to wins. It's like Tryndamere in a lot of ways, except probably not as good, but it is in our colors, and sometimes it gets in for more damage than Tryndamere because it has baseline higher attack. So, combined with a lot of things that we have that boost us up, it's just fantastic. And that's basically the deck, guys. I hope you want to try it out. I hope you do try it out. With only 2 champions, it's not too expensive. Darius could be cut for Battering Rams as well, because they fill kind of a same slot. Darius is a slightly better, but Battering Ram is way cooler and does have other upsides. And yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. I'll see you next time. You can hang out with me on Discord, Twitch, my streams, which is Twitch, Twitter. All that stuff's in the description below. Peace out.